Good afternoon and welcome one and all. You join us for this match between India and England. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me in the commentary box is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy and the one and only Lord Gower.
Hi Mike, thanks for that intro. So I've been taking a look at the conditions to see what the captains might decide at the toss. And it's pretty apparent, even before you take a proper look, that they'll be looking at batting first on this pitch. It's very dry on top, and it could make any run chase later quite difficult. Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain.
Great information there from David Gower. We go out to the middle now, big decision coming up.
Not sure why you'd bowl first here. Looking at that pitch, my take was it's flat and the ball will come onto the bat nicely. The opening batters will be licking their lips at that decision.
Players look ready. The umpires are in position for the first ball. The bowlers will want to focus on their line and lengths and let the ball do the rest. Well placed. Should get a single.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Morgan, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Catch it!
Yeah, big edge!
In the end, they lofted it with ease over the top. Not far away from going all the way. 4 runs, great to watch.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Misses everything.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yeah.
Drives it into the covers. Fielders, no chance.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Wow, that's missed a lot. Needs a direct hit.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
End of the over. India are none for 17. Archer coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yeah.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Waiting.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yes, bowler.
couple on offer here.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Catch. Yep.
Good catch.
Yeah!
Out.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yep.
Got all of it, and for 6.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter, right at the top of their game.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Wokes from the south end.
Catch that.
Nice shot.
Well, not going to hang around if that's any indication. Picking up 4 from your first ball.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come. This could be trouble.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball.
Yep.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
A lovely shot off the back foot. The shorter ball having no joy and getting dispatched for 4 runs.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yeah.
Drives and misses everything.
Oh, that would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep. No.
This should be close.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, though, not the bats.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that is stayed hit. Fantastic.
End of the over. End of the restrictions. I'm sure there'll be some big fielding changes coming. England can now have 5 fielders outside the circle.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Oh my, that's racing away.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
No!
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Keep up, keep up! No!
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Beaten on the drive.
Archer with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
10 runs added there. India are 1 for 60. Wood coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot, and it's flown over the boundary.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Good bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it. That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the one bouncer for the over.
Yep.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep. No!
There'll be 1 run here for them.
That's the half-century for this batsman.
That shot brings up the half-century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
Gill has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yep. Bowler.
Bit of miscommunication there. They got back in the end, so no harm done. It would have been a high-risk second.
Wait there. Yep, yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Catch him!
Oh boy, that's really high. This might be gone.
Yep.
Misjudged that throw, and the batter survived what would have been a certain run out. That was a solid shot, driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Catch him!
They'll push hard, should get back for two. Caught, gone!
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep.
That shot sees them getting their innings started.
End of the over, 11 runs coming from it. India are 2 for 85. Curran, the left-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
That was a tremendous delivery, fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
They'd look for a couple
Yep, yep.
here.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Times it nicely.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or two to slow things down again.
Catch!
Immaculate timing there.
Now that was beautifully struck with a perfect straight bat.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep!
Caught!
Yeah!
One of the easiest catches you'll see.
They will receive now the warmest of receptions from this crowd for a supreme display of batting.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball.
Wait on! Yep! No!
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Super shot.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs.
Yep! Yep!
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Super piece of timing.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep!
Sweetly hit down the ground. They'll be hard-pressed to stop it.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly, and placed into the gap.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Confident appeal. Could it be? Could well have been missing the stumps. Certainly wouldn't be the worst review.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Pitching in line, just a case now on if it's hitting the stumps. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. We won't be seeing a change of decision, just as we suspected, and they have to go now.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder.
Just threw the shot too early.
That's the over. India are 4 for 118.
Wait.
Massive chance.
Good precision with that throw back from the deep.
Trouble. Oh, gone.
To trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time. Time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. Misses everything. Needs a direct hit.
Just need to settle down. The timing is off. These deliveries are there to be hit, but it's a time for cool heads.
Couldn't have played that any better.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Wow, that's missed the lot. Good pickup, big chance.
The slower ball just missed the bat and the stumps.
Well placed, should get a single. Well taken, had a lot of work to do and held on to a great catch.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Worked it onto the leg side and got some easy runs.
Over. India are 6 for 129. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Great catch. Yeah. First ball of the over.
A trudge back to the pavilion, a disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. This could be out.
Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Drives and misses everything. This should be close.
No!
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Huge appeal. Considering a review for this one, I don't think they should waste it. It really looked out to me.
No problems at all with where the ball is pitched. Nothing wrong with the impact. Would it hit the wickets, though?
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Wait!
They'll get at least one.
Keepers!
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure. And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Wait on! Yeah.
Out!
Yeah!
What a catch!
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out. And it certainly feels like this is close to the finish.
And that's the end of the innings. England have been set a target of 135 runs. This is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase.
Yep.
Pick that well, and that's on its way to the boundary.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
Big edge!
Keepers.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. There'll be 1 run here for them. Bairstow is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Beaten on the drive.
Bairstow shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Thick edge.
Keepers in.
The edge was very close to going to hand. They're fortunate to pick up their first runs.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. England are none for 6. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Right there.
Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe, but couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot. Bit of a change-up in the field now.
Gone! Played all around it.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Root will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Yes.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Over ends, a productive 1-2. First wicket has fallen. Going with spin now.
Is coming into the attack.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep. Good shot. It's found the gap.
No point running for that one. That was 4 off the bat. Beautiful shot off the front foot.
They go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Good batting, lovely timing. Hardly even lent on it. Was always headed for the boundary.
Gill, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yes.
There'll be runs here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Clear.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Roy shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Got that away nicely.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played and it was 4 runs all the way.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building. The captain can now put 5 fielders outside the circle.
A few moves made in the field.
Yep. Keepers.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Waiting. Yep.
A couple on offer here.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Clear.
Out. That's a special catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Morgan comes out to bat in a bit of form. But it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Waking.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yep.
Morgan gets off the mark.
Clear.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
End of the over. 4 off it. England are 2 for 28. Singh, the left armour, is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Taking a bit of a risk here with the more aggressive field.
Singh from the south end.
Yep.
Not taken. A boundary, but not a convincing one.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running. Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Good return back from the deep. Really, really good running from these two batters. Played it safe though and stuck with 3. Yep. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Winning.
Straight to the fielder.
Yep.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be 2 there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there. Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. End of the over, 10 off it. England are 2 for 56. Nothing the batsman could do there, totally undone by a superb in-swinging Yorker.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
That's gone.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for an easier catch.
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yep.
Edged, unplayable. Butler takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Edge, amazing delivery.
Yep.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Pulled in off the boundary rope. Good fielding out there. End of the over. 8 off it. England are 4 for 64. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end. That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
I like this field choice. A good move, I'd say. Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
Butler is really starting to get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt this momentum. Huge appeal.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yes.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Nicked it. Big appeal. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Bowl chops it back onto the stumps. You can see the disappointment.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Curran won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end. The left arm orthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Waiting.
Wokes will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Yes.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing, lovely front foot shot. That has raced to the boundary.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
Super shot.
That showed great skill and lovely timing. The boundary was the only place it was heading.
What else do they have in their bag of tricks? Not much seems to be working at the moment. Huge edge. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Came forward onto the front foot and eased it away to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Waiting. Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Decisive running might have gotten them 2. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Big edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Right off the middle of the bat.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
This is a good field, I think. Not too aggressive, but not overly defensive either. That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
Edge. What a ball. Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Finds the edge. Now then, was there a faint edge? And gone straight to the keeper.
Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just one risk too many. That's a fantastic win, maybe a bit closer than they would have hoped, but a win's a win, and they rightfully celebrate.
From all of us in the commentary team, I hope you've enjoyed the match. It ended up being very, very close. Hope to see you soon.